Good afternoon, my name's Neil Cowin, co-convener of the Sunday Traders Club and a broker with Commodity Broking Services. It is October 10th. I'm going to do a short presentation on some of the stocks that we have listed at the Traders Club over the last few months. Back in August 1st we had Jonathan Barrett present, and we were cautiously optimistic about where the commodities were sitting at that stage, watching for any breakouts. So we did list some stocks, and I'll go through them, and you can just analyze them yourselves and see where your triggers are, to get into the stocks. On August 29th we had Clifford Bennett, who was bullish on commodities, the Australian dollar and stocks in general. And then on September 19th we were looking at this copper chart, which is in front of you. We were just at this resistance line here, and we said if copper breaks above there, we listed a few stocks that day that we could get into and just follow the charts. So here we are on October 10th. Copper's hit another resistance line, and once again we can bring our stop. Stop could be there, but we could actually tighten it and bring our stop a bit closer in through there for a low risk trade. And if we look at copper on a monthly basis, we'll see that if we do happen to get up to the next level, which is the all-time high of copper, and then we'll be looking for a breakout above the all-time highs. However, there are bears amongst us who may look at it as an opportunity for copper to get on the escalator to the downward trend. But at this stage I'm just looking 1 week at a time of where it's going to go. So most of the stocks are from the materials sector, but there are a couple, like Robert brought up this one August the 1st. He was classifying it as a low risk trade, as in we'd have the stop down here at the 25.40 mark, but since then there's been numerous triggers of to get into with Woolworths. Now once again, whether it's hit its fairly strong resistance line at 30, whether it moves above there, we will next week we'll tell, or maybe we're at the top of the channel and ready for it to go down again. The next mining one was ARU, which has had a nice run, has consolidation periods, plenty of pullbacks, plenty of time to get in. If we look at ARU on a weekly basis, you'll see where it is now is it's hit that level 3 times in the last couple of years. If we look on a monthly basis, we can see that it's still got a bit of a way to go before it gets back to its previous highs. GRR has been on the steady rise, a bit more volatile, has had its pullbacks, and now has done a bit of a breakout from the 65 mark. Linus, which was one of Robert's favourites from way back, I think he even mentioned it before the August meeting, because I know he was in it before me. I didn't join the party till around the 80 mark, but still it's been a nice ride since then. Only one bit of volatility through there, and we'll see how we go after the $1.50 mark. Oz Minerals has had some nice consolidation, has broken out. Once again, it's in a bit of a that 150 mark, whether it's going to go further. But if we look at the weekly chart, it really is just a pup, and there's a fair way to go if we carry on. CAB, Robert. Cab charge was brought up because it had fallen a long way at that stage. In the meeting of August 17th, Roger Montgomery spoke about cab charge and said it was undervalued, and if ASIC dropped its charges, it had a chance of going a lot higher. Well, this is what happened, and cab charge has retraced a bit, but is still on the list. Woodside, for people that like a bit larger stock, seems to be rising steadily and forcing into these nice triangles ready for a breakout. And last month, that was the triangle through there, and it did break out from last month's meeting. So a lot of the stocks were very similar last month, as in they're just ready for another, still consolidating, ready for a breakout. KZL. Kangara hasn't gone a long way since August. However, there's a fair bit of consolidation through there, and once again, it could be ready for a breakout. Transurban has had some nice consolidation, did break out, nice consolidation, and we'll just see whether we can get to the next leg of Transurban's breakout. If I look at that on a weekly chart, yeah, it's had a fair, yeah, it's nothing much I can tell from the weekly chart. Now on August 17th, on the back of the Russian fires, we had a look at Incitec Pivot. Did originally make a charge for that 340 mark, retraced a bit, but has since broken out above there, and it just seems to be consolidating, but it is up at the next level, the 370 mark. I think this is one that has also come from a reasonable high, so there's still plenty of fat left on that one. And I'm just going to run Galaxy was brought up on the August the 19th, sorry, is it? Yeah, initially it went down, but then it's had a nice run since. Alright. This is where some of the gold stocks came into play. Regis, I originally got in around about here, the 90 odd mark, and have kept it through there. A little bit of consolidation, and then it just shot up again. EHL was brought up on August 29th as a low-risk trade, putting our stop halfway down through this large candle here, and it's had a little bit of a run, bit of consolidation, and not too sure where it's going next. AMP was brought up as a low-risk trade because of this bottom formation down here. We knew that on this weekend the Dow had a good night on Friday, so we knew there was going to be a bit of a jump on Monday. So we're going to keep our stop down through here, and I think we had a buy price of 505. It didn't quite. It jumped at. Oh, I got there on the Monday, and yeah. One of the members brought up this stock, IAU. That was on August 29th. I actually liked the chart. Nice retracement, so I got in around through here, and I have been in and out, but it seems to be a stock that just keeps going. And if you look at the guppies on it, there, that was where the member brought it up through there, and the long terms seem to be expanding, and the short terms there's just no real pullback in this stock. AGO, nice looking chart, nice consolidation, bit of a breakout. These are just a couple of copper stocks that we've been watching. Equinox, PNA, which Robert had talked about back in beginning of August as well, as one to put on your watch list. And yeah, it just seems to up, retrace, up, and it's had another couple of nice days last Thursday and Friday. SDL was brought up as a nice consolidating stock while they were deciding on their new directors, and a couple of the members of the club have rung me about this because they got in on this lower end of the scale and have been quite happy with the result. BXB was also another stock brought up by one of our members, and that's slowly been moving up. And NXS, which is not for everyone, but in saying that, it has moved up nicely. So they're just some of the stocks that have been brought up over the last few months. So if you've got any questions, just email me, or if you'd like further short presentations, just email me and we'll put you on the list to receive them. All right, thank you very much and good trading.